Hi everybody, Sandra here from Create in Spain, and I have made a file. Now it's for a laser cutter. You could actually make this if you've got a 3D printer which is big enough. It needs to have a pretty big bed to do this. So for those people who've got either someone who's got a router, for example, a CNC, or if you've got someone who has a laser cutter, they can make this. And if you're the partner or friend of someone who does a lot of paper crafting and you want to gain some brownie points and you happen to have some spare wood around, then yeah, this project is for you. Now all I've done here, this is a prototype anyway, but I'm not likely to need it to be any fancier than this. This is just a 2.5 ply. It's a very, very quick project to do, and I will give you the SVG file and the dimensions that the file should be, because this really does matter. If you get it wrong, it isn't going to work. So the idea of this particular one is simply so that if I have a sheet of cards, I can line it up and I can do a score line. Whichever way I want to do it, I can do a score line. And the reason for that is in card making, quite often you've got a piece of card. You don't want to use an electronic cutter for cutting the actual card out because it's a bit of a pain to have to line it up and everything. You just want to put it on a scoreboard and do the fold line. Card like this, which is 300 GSM, doesn't fold very easily unless it is scored. So for those who are not into paper crafting, that's why you'd want it. Now also, just a little tip, if your partner is more into paper crafting manually than I am, they might want a few more score marks done. You can always watch some videos on card making or have a look at some pictures of scoreboards to see what they might be like. But the reason I am making this is because I bought some card. I'm in Spain and normally I get A4. I bought some card and I knew that it was American 8.5 by 11 inches, instead of centimetres. I thought, well, it doesn't make that much difference. It's pretty close to an A4, so design-wise, it doesn't make a lot of odds to me. What I forgot is it makes a difference when it comes to folding it, and my cutter that I have got doesn't have really accurate abilities when it comes to scoring. And I found it was near on impossible to get a score line in the right place to fold the card in half. So what I did with this particular file, this score line here is actually lots of single lines put next to each other. I think there's something like 6 of them. And I spaced them at 0.025 mils apart. So I've also done some corner pieces because you really do want some aid in order to allow you to get it to be put in the right place. You don't want to sort of slightly skew it or something, because then your lines would be in the wrong place, won't they? So what I suggest is that you cut these, you get a piece of the appropriate size card, and you put a bit of double-sided tape on one side. And you want to spend some time really lining this up before you stick it down, okay? I'm going to have to do this off camera because doing it on camera is going to be near on impossible. But you really want to make sure that it goes exactly within those score lines and that you haven't got it skewed. Right, I've got that done as well as I can possibly do it manually. I think that is as accurate as I'm ever going to get it. So now you want to actually add these, and this is why I use card to do it, because if you use paper it's not got enough thickness to really make sure that it gets there. Now put the glue on the outer edges of this rather than completely in the inside of it. Put it on that corner and then just butt it up to the card and allow it to stick down. This way, whenever you put a fresh piece of card in, it's going to be forced into the correct position. So it's been a few hours and these pieces are stuck nicely in the corners. So in theory this should give me the half folds that I need. Now I've taken the paper off. This tape is a bit too high quality double-sided tape. I could have done with something a little less tacky because it did leave some tackiness behind. I've got rid of it just by putting a bit of talcum powder over it. But yeah, just be careful what you're using. So I'm going to put this piece of card back in. And as you can see, it is a good fit. There is no wriggle room here. So what I was able to do was to take a ball tool. Now, the reason I wanted this piece here to be that wide is simply so you could use a ball tool like this. This is a nail dotting tool, but the ball tool is quite handy because you can then just go down like so. It doesn't have such a drastic effect as a smaller end of the ball tool, which sometimes can be a bit too aggressive. So that would be my halfway mark. And let's see, there we go. That is about as good as it gets. That is perfectly folded in half. That's what we needed. Let's just test the other side. I can't imagine it is going to be any different. Let's just go the other way. And let's see. Yeah, there we go. That is perfectly good for my half folds. So yeah, if you want to make something like this for a crafter in your life, I'm sure you'll be very happy. Now, as I mentioned, I've just done it from a 2.5mm plywood. But if you are a serious laser worker, maybe you have some offcuts of some really nice wood that you really don't know quite what to do with, because this size isn't enough to do an awful lot. And maybe you can make it out of something even nicer and make it look really good too. All I'm going to do is colour these edges, I think, with alcohol markers. You could obviously, if you wanted to, engrave designs on it, make it a bit fancy. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, that will do the job nicely for my folding of my American size card, whereas it was very difficult for me to do it with the tools that I already had. So yeah, if you want to earn your brownie points, or indeed if you want to make it for yourself, I will put the file down below, along with, as I said, the measurement for the total size, so that if for whatever reason you're importing it into software and it resizes it, you'll know what size it should be. Most important when you're looking at something for a particular size. And this is set up for 8.5 by 11, which I gather is a pretty standard American size cardstock. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Take care.